All right, listener, get ready because today we are taking a deep dive straight into the heart of Paris.
Ooh la la!
Right. We are going to unlock the secrets of finding the perfect accommodation for your dream trip to Paris. Now, to help us out today, we're using this awesome Paris accommodation guide. But you know Paris, so many options, from charming apartments to super luxurious hotels. How do you even begin to pick the best place to stay?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think that the first thing you have to keep in mind is location, location, location.
Okay.
Paris has 20 unique districts, and they're called arrondissements, each with its own distinct flavor and vibe.
So, like, each one has its own personality.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's cool.
So picking the right arrondissement can seriously make or break your trip.
Okay, so location is key.
Got it. That makes total sense. But before we get into the best areas to stay, let's break down the types of accommodations that you'll find in our guide here. It's like choosing your character class before you start an epic adventure, you know?
I like that analogy.
And just like in a video game, you've got options for every play style. So first up, for those seeking the royal treatment, we have luxury hotels.
Ooh, luxury hotels. Okay, so we're talking plush robes, room service, maybe even a sparkling Eiffel Tower view from your balcony.
Absolutely.
We're talking places like the legendary Hotel Ritz Paris. Can you imagine strolling through those elegant halls?
Oh, yeah. It's definitely an experience. Luxury hotels are all about those extra special touches and impeccable service. But of course, that level of pampering comes with a price tag.
Right. So for those of us who prefer to spend our euros on croissants and souvenirs, what are our alternatives?
Well, Paris has got you covered no matter your budget. The guide highlights a fantastic range of mid-range hotels that offer comfort and style without breaking the bank.
Okay, so you're saying we can still experience that Parisian charm without, like, totally maxing out our credit cards.
Absolutely.
Give me some examples I need to know.
Okay, so the Hotel de Grand Boulevards is known for its chic Parisian style and pretty reasonable prices. Or if you're looking for an iconic view without the luxury price tag, Hotel Le Walt near the Eiffel Tower might be a great fit.
Ooh, near the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds pretty amazing. Okay, now let's talk about budget-friendly options. We all know Paris can be pricey.
Yeah.
So tell me, are hostels a good option?
Hostels are definitely worth considering, especially for solo travelers or those looking to connect with other adventurers. They offer a social atmosphere and they're easy on the wallet.
Yeah, they're definitely easier on the wallet, that's for sure. So the guide even mentions a really trendy hostel called Generator Paris. What's the vibe like there?
So Generator Paris has actually managed to shake off that stereotypical, bare bones hostel image. They've got a vibrant social scene, and they even boast stylish design elements. It's a great example of how hostels are kind of evolving to meet the needs of modern travelers.
That's pretty cool. So you're saying they're not like the hostels of 20 years ago?
Not at all.
That's awesome. I like that. Okay, but hostels, they aren't for everyone. So what about travelers who want, a bit more privacy and space to spread out?
That's where furnished apartments come in. Platforms like Airbnb offer a wealth of choices. And it allows you to live like a local, cook your own meals and really settle into the Parisian lifestyle.
Like having your own little Parisian pied-à-terre.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the advantages of going the apartment route?
Well, besides the privacy and space, apartments can often be more cost-effective, especially for longer stays or groups. Plus, having a kitchen allows you to save money by preparing some of your own meals.
So you can whip up like a delicious Parisian breakfast with fresh bread and cheese from the local market.
Exactly.
Ah, that sounds amazing. Okay, so we've covered luxury hotels, mid-range options, budget-friendly stays, and even alternatives like apartments and guest houses. Phew, that's a lot.
It is.
It's like a buffet of Parisian lodging, and I'm already hungry for more. But before we get lost in all the choices, you mentioned that location is key, right?
Absolutely. Choosing the right area can completely transform your experience. So let's dive into those 6 key areas our guide recommends, each with its own unique personality and charm.
Okay, bring on the Parisian adventure. I'm all ears.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so first on our list of Parisian neighborhoods is Le Marais. And this is a district that effortlessly blends history with modern trends.
Okay, so if Le Marais was a person, they'd be rocking vintage couture while sipping a cutting-edge cocktail.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. You've got cobblestone streets lined with centuries-old buildings that now house trendy boutiques, art galleries, you name it. You'll find hidden courtyards, vintage shops, and this palpable buzz of creative energy.
And did I hear something about incredible falafel in Le Marais?
You heard right, yeah. Le Marais is known for its fantastic falafel stands, a testament to the area's diverse cultural influences. Plus, you're within walking distance of, iconic landmarks like the Louvre Museum and the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Oh, wow. So many things to see. Okay, so that sounds like a history buff's dream come true. But what about, those of us who are drawn to a more, intellectual and literary scene?
Okay, well then let's cross the Seine to Saint-Germain-des-Prés. This neighborhood is steeped in literary and artistic history. Picture yourself sipping coffee at a legendary cafe, surrounded by bookshelves and the ghosts of, famous writers like Sartre and Simone de Beauvoir.
Oh, I can practically smell the rich aroma of coffee and old books.
Mm-hmm. So what else makes Saint-Germain-des-Prés unique?
Well, you're just steps away from the Seine River, the Luxembourg Gardens, and the Musée d'Orsay, home to, a stunning collection of Impressionist and post-Impressionist art. It's a haven for art and culture enthusiasts.
Okay, wow. So it seems like every arrondissement has a distinct personality. If Le Marais is the trendy historian and Saint-Germain-des-Prés is the intellectual, who would the Champs-Élysées be?
Well, the Champs-Élysées is undoubtedly the glamorous showstopper. This is the grand avenue of Paris, lined with luxury boutiques, theaters, elegant restaurants, and it all culminates in the majestic Arc de Triomphe.
So it's the place to see and be seen.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whirlwind of activity and a must-see for any visitor to Paris. But, keep in mind, while some travelers thrive on that vibrant energy, others might find it, a bit overwhelming or touristy.
Right. It really depends on your travel style, like you said before. Hey, now I'm curious about Montmartre. What makes this area so special?
Well, Montmartre is the bohemian artist perched on a hilltop with a view that will seriously take your breath away. Imagine climbing the steps to the iconic Sacré-Cœur Basilica and looking out over the entire city. It's truly magical.
I've seen pictures, and the view looks absolutely stunning. So what's the atmosphere like in the neighborhood itself?
Well, as you wander through the narrow, winding streets, you'll encounter street artists, charming cafes, and a vibrant energy that feels like a step back in time. You can still sense the creative spirit of artists like Picasso and Van Gogh, who once called Montmartre home.
Oh, wow. Sound like the perfect place to, lose yourself in inspiration. Okay, so we've talked about history, glamour, bohemian vibes. What other flavors does Paris offer?
Well, let's journey back in time to the Latin Quarter, one of the oldest and most historic neighborhoods in Paris. Here, ancient history collides with modern student life.
Student life. Tell me more about that.
Well, the Latin Quarter is home to the Sorbonne University, one of the oldest and most prestigious universities in Europe. And the area is actually named for the language that was once commonly spoken there thanks to the university's influence.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating. So it's a place where you can soak up both, historical significance and youthful energy.
Yeah, exactly. You can wander through the ruins of Roman baths, visit the Pantheon, a mausoleum for some of France's most influential figures, or simply enjoy, the lively atmosphere of this vibrant neighborhood. And for a romantic evening, nothing beats a stroll along the banks of the Seine River, which flows right through the heart of the Latin Quarter.
Okay, last but certainly not least, let's talk about the Eiffel Tower area. I mean, who wouldn't want to stay within sight of that iconic landmark?
Yeah, it's definitely a bucket list experience for many travelers. Imagine waking up to the sight of the Eiffel Tower glittering in the morning light, or watching it sparkle against the night sky from your window. It's truly unforgettable.
Besides the Eiffel Tower itself, what else does the area offer?
Well, the Eiffel Tower area is also home to the Champs de Mars, a sprawling green space that's perfect for picnics, leisurely walks, or just, admiring the tower from afar. And art enthusiasts will be delighted to know that the Musée d'Orsay, with its incredible collection of Impressionist and post-Impressionist art, is just a short walk away.
Wow, so many amazing options. It's like choosing between 6 delicious flavors of Parisian ice cream. So how can our listener even begin to narrow it down?
Well, that's where understanding your own travel preferences comes in. Do you crave the energy of a bustling, trendy area, or do you prefer something more laid back and historic? Are you looking for luxury and convenience, or are you on a tight budget and open to, alternative accommodations? Once you've considered these factors, choosing the right arrondissement becomes much clearer.
You've given us so much to think about.
Mm.
It's clear that each area has its own unique charm and, appeals to different types of travelers. But let's say our listener has chosen their ideal neighborhood. What should they keep in mind when selecting a specific accommodation?
That's a great question. And luckily, our Paris accommodation guide offers some valuable insights into that. Remember those tips we discussed earlier about budget, amenities, and online reviews? Those all come into play here.
Okay, so it's not just about picking the right neighborhood. It's about finding, the right fit within that neighborhood.
Precisely. And I think it's worth considering the type of experience you want to have. Do you want to be pampered in a luxurious hotel, or are you seeking a more intimate and authentic stay in a charming guest house? Do you need a central location with easy access to transportation, or are you happy to explore a quieter, more residential area?
Those are all excellent points. It's all about finding, the Parisian home away from home that best suits your needs and travel style.
Exactly. It's about creating a Parisian experience that's truly tailored to you.
Okay, so listener, we've journeyed through the heart of Paris, exploring those diverse arrondissements and uncovering the secrets to finding, the perfect accommodation. It's like we've given you a personalized travel guide tailored to your unique needs and desires, right?
Exactly.
So now it's time to let your imagination take flight.
Oh, I love that.
Close your eyes for a moment, listener, and just picture yourself in the City of Lights. What do you see?
Are you strolling along the Seine? Maybe the scent of freshly baked bread is wafting from a nearby boulangerie?
Oh, yeah. Or perhaps you're, wandering through those charming streets of Montmartre, and you catch a glimpse of an artist at work.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe you're sipping a glass of wine at a sidewalk cafe in Saint-Germain-des-Prés, watching the world go by.
That sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you're enjoying a romantic picnic, beneath the Eiffel Tower with the city sparkling around you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Whichever scene calls to you, remember, Paris is a city that rewards exploration and embraces individuality. And that's the beauty of it. There's no one right way to experience Paris. It's all about discovering what makes this city so magical for you.
Exactly. And that's where choosing the right accommodation comes in. It's not just about having a place to sleep. It's about finding a home base that, enhances your Parisian adventure and allows you to really immerse yourself in the city's unique spirit.
So as you continue planning your trip, listener, use this deep dive as a springboard. Delve deeper into the neighborhoods that spark your interest. Research different accommodation options that, align with your budget and your travel style. Read reviews, browse photos, and let your imagination run wild.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to, reach out to hotels, guest houses, apartment owners directly with any questions you have. Most are happy to provide additional information or tailor their services to meet your needs.
Yeah, that's a great point. Remember, Paris awaits with open arms, ready to enchant you with its beauty, its history, its endless possibilities. The perfect Parisian experience is out there waiting to be discovered.
And the most important ingredient, that's you, listener. Your curiosity, your sense of adventure, your unique perspective, that's what will truly bring Paris to life.
So go forth and explore, and may your journey be filled with wonder, delicious food, and unforgettable moments. Au revoir until our next deep dive.